Okay, I am making this really popular buffalo, I don't know what to call it, buffalo chicken dip. I've always called it a dip because you kind of put it into a dish where you can typically scoop out, but I make it as a side dish to a steak, chicken. I put it out at parties. It's just so versatile. I'm sure you're gonna love it. It's actually one of my favorite things, and it's one of the most requested things when I have friends over that they want me to make. So I will get into the recipe now and show you everything that's in it and how quickly I put together, and I hope you try it because it's really amazing. All right, I'm gonna show you, well, first I'm just gonna talk about the variations quickly that I like to do. So the standard recipe is basically 2 cans of the Kirkland chicken breast, or any brand. I happen to get these at Costco, but these large cans, 2 of those. And over the years of making it, I have, like I normally do, just kind of vary the recipes. And lately I have added a small can of chicken of the sea pink salmon and drain that and throw that in. And in a weird way, everybody thinks this then is crab, like a crab dip, and loves it. So I'm not really sure how salmon does that. I added the salmon because I happened to have some and I was like, let me try this. So that was great. And in today's variation, I am going to add real lump crab meat into the same chicken base with the buffalo sauce and bacon. And there's also a variation you can put, if you're a fan of blue cheese, which I really am, I put a small container of crumbled blue cheese in there. If you don't like blue cheese, leave it out because there's plenty of cheddar cheese as the base. You do not need to put the blue cheese in. So I'm gonna go through and make it right now the way I normally make it, with either the salmon or the crab. But like I said, the standard is really just putting the canned chicken in. So feel free to do any variation that you choose. All right, so simple, just a brick of cream cheese. I guess that's 8 ounces. I like to soften it in the microwave just so it whips up quicker and easier. Drained can of chicken, and 2 of those. Like literally, you're just gonna throw all of these things in together. And you can hand mix this and do this by hand, but I really like doing it in my KitchenAid. It makes me feel like I'm getting good use out of my previous bakery item. This is the lump crab meat that I'm making the crab meat version of it today. And get that in. Let me just look up my recipe. 1/2 cup of red hot sauce, whatever your preferred brand is. And I'm gonna get that mixing first, and then I'm gonna throw in, actually I could just throw in all the ingredients. This is dehydrated onion flakes. I'm gonna have the recipe listed below. This is a 1/4 cup of bacon, 1/2 cup of bacon bits, 1/2 cup. Throw that in there. And then it's 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, which I'm gonna put in after I mix all this up. And I put in 1/2 cup of heavy cream. You can add a little bit more if you wanna make it more into a dip that guests are going to scoop with crackers or chips. But I don't put too much in because I like to have people scoop it out, put it on a plate, and like I said, I serve it as a side dish. So let me just stick this on and start this. So simple. Now I'm gonna pour in the 2 cups of cheddar. And I'm gonna show you that mixing up. Now at this point, after all the ingredients are in, is when you can put in your last minute. If you want to do the blue cheese crumbles, throw them in. That's about it. I do not put in any spices, salt, pepper, anything, but you can do that to your preference also. But I'm going to show you what kind of containers I use to bake this in, and I'll show you the finished product. So one of the favorite things about this recipe for me is the fact that I can make this whole batch, which I'm going to show you. I mean, it's a pretty large bowl here, and when I make it for guests, I use a dish like this. I like to do it flat with a large surface area because you'll see the top gets a nice crust on it. I'll sprinkle a couple extra bacon bits over the top before I bake it, but I do a main one in here, and then with all of the extra, I will start putting into these little mini crocks or these mini glass containers and stick them in the freezer. And it just makes it great for when friends or other guests will come over. If I'm gonna make steak and I'm gonna have this as a side, that I will bake one of these up and serve it as the side to the meat. And it's just, like I said, give it a try. It's delicious. I have yet to have somebody not ask me for the recipe and not ask me to make it pretty much every time they come over. So like I said, I love just putting all the extras into these extra containers, stick it in the freezer, pull it out the night before that I'm going to need it, and just throw it in the oven and bake it, because ultimately when you're ready to serve it, you just bake it 20 minutes at 350. Like I said, I sprinkle a little of the Costco bacon bits on the top before I bake it, and you're gonna see this one's a winner. So I have loaded up some separate containers here. This one I'm getting ready to bake so I can show you, but I just added a couple crumbles on here into my oven at 350 for 20 minutes, and you'll see what it looks like when it comes out.